Hello and welcome to Alchemist Channel Shanghai. Fullerenes, definition, the origin, structure, what is science and Fullerenes, the structure, the hollow molecules with a mostly high symmetry factor consisting of carbon atoms that are arranged in pentagons and hexagons. In addition to diamond, graphite, lonsdaleite, chaoite and graphene, fullerenes are another form of modification of the chemical element carbon. So in comparison of their structure with here, for example, graphite, diamond. In graphite that we have in pencils, graphite, the atoms are only connected two-dimensionally, rings or honeycomb arranged in hexagons, and lay on top of each other in layers. In diamonds, the carbon atoms are arranged in form of tetrahedrons in a pyramidal shape, that is the three-dimensionally networks. So that gives a diamond special hardness. In fullerenes, fullerenes consists of at least 60 carbon atoms. See, 60 is the smallest carbon fullerene atom, and is composed of 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons in the shape of a soccer ball, which results in a very flexible and dynamic hollow body structure. Nature has determined a precise sequence of these connections. Each hexagon borders on 3 hexagons and also 3 pentagons, but each pentagon only borders on hexagons. So there are other fullerenes also with a higher number of carbon molecules, such as C70, C72, C76, C7084, and higher numbers of that, depending on the number of the carbon atoms within this special carbon modification. So fullerenes were first predicted, theoretically, then discovered with the help of spectral analysis in the ionosphere or atmospheres of the red carbon stars and the cosmic nebula. Before they found in the fullerenes in the rocks on Earth, fullerenes were synthesized in a laboratory and produced with the help of certain gas mixture. Only then was possible to detect fullerenes in the Earth's crust and meteorite rock. In the event of lightning strikes, so-called fulgurites, flash tubes, flash glazings, when the lightning is going into a quartz sand, and occasionally in silt and combustion residues. So 2010, the fullerenes were detected in a planetary nebula and by infrared images from the Spitzer Space Telescope, and were also classified as the largest detected molecules in extraterrestrial space. Concentrated occurrences of it were found in the Karelian shungite stone, especially in the substance of precious shungite or elite shungite, even more in the elite shungite, which contains a maximum of 12% natural fullerenes. The scientific world learned about this unique carbon structure after one of the former Soviet scientists at the University of Arizona examined Karelian shungite samples, and so, to this astonishment, was able to detect spheres with fullerenes in them. After that, an intensive search of other rocks containing fullerene began, and the question of the origin on Earth arose. Later on, the terrestrial fullerenes were also found in Canada, Australia, Mexico, and each time at the crash site of meteorite. Some of the fullerenes were filled, and yeah, there were helium atoms inside the shells. Strange was the fact that the fullerenes did not contain the helium-4 atoms. The isotope usually occurs in earthly rocks, instead of an isotope that is otherwise seldom found on Earth, namely helium-3. According to scientists, such as isotopes can only have formed under space conditions in the so-called carbon stars or in the immediate vicinity. It was possible to determine the time on Earth of Fullerene's hexagon. The crater of the meteorite that crashed in Canada is formed around 2 billion years ago, in the archaic age when the Earth was still lifeless in this theory, devoid of species, and the other Fullerenes were on the border of the deposits between the Permian and Triassic. Their age is estimated 250 million years, and just then a giant asteroid hit the Earth and caused catastrophic destruction, like the extinction of the dinosaurs may be caused by that. As far as the chaoite rocks are concerned, it is reasonable to assume that the Onega and the Ladoga Lake was formed by a fragment of this meteorite chaoite or by another meteorite impact, because they found on the bottom of the Ladoga and the Onega Sea also chaoite occurrences. And yeah, so that is pointing to, because the official definition of chaoite says that it is an algae carbon, an ancient algae carbon, though this in this case is of the helium-4 that is not contained by this precious chaoite, the light chaoite, and also other chaoite minerals. Only found in space conditions once that, and otherwise that they found this special mineral on the bottom of these Onega and Ladoga Lake. Also they found in Spain other occurrences of this special rock. Yeah, so for science, laboratory technology and areas of application, fullerenes are incredibly versatile as catalysts, lubricants for the production of artificial diamonds in medicine like semiconductors and superconductors. They are subject of research. The spherical hollow body structure can be enriched or filled with molecules and substances, which makes it very, very interesting for pharmacy and the manufacture of cosmetic products. So thanks to the spherical structures, fullerenes are ideal lubricants, such as balls can roll between the surfaces, rubbing against each other. Due to their heat and current conducting properties, fullerenes are used in rocket construction, solar cells, the military, electronics, mechanical engineering, and computers, so in particular in the manufacture of technical products. American researchers, for example, have developed a technology that allows the thinnest solar collector elements, which consists of a fullerene containing polymer film to be applied to a surface. Eventually, this industry of the future will be able to manufacture solar panels and rolls similar to wallpaper. Furthermore, in experiments on fullerenes, Swedish scientists unexpectedly produced laminate with thin layers of paper, which turned out to be transparent, flexible, and magnetic. The material can also maintain its properties at more than 200 degrees Celsius. Yeah, fullerenes and carbon structures hold great potential for data backup or storage medium as a data carrier for computers through laser beam technology, with the achievement of even more high data density. The use of fullerenes in medicine is of great importance. Among other things, the idea is being pursued to develop anti-cancer preparations based on water-soluble Fullerene compounds with built-in radioactive isotopes. The infusion of such a drug into tissue prevents the cells affected by the tumor from multiplying further by selective action, another obstacle in the high price of artificial isotopes. First-class fullerenes cost around $900 per gram, and inferior ones around $40 per gram, depending on the degree of purity. The natural fullerenes only discovered in Earth's crust after laboratory tests, fortunately, do not have these disadvantages like the artificial ones.